getting that first start of the season and getting to play a bunch, just how do you feel like it went? You obviously had the impact play early on, getting the grounding in college. How'd that feel out there?
I thought it felt pretty good, and there were some plays here and there I didn't really like, but for my first start, I thought it went all around pretty good.
Jen?
How has Benson and Bruce changed the meeting room and changed maybe what you're able to do as a result of their skill set and what they bring to the line?
I mean, they're 10-year, 8-year vets, and they bring a lot to the room, man. Knowledge, just the speed off the edge, and I feel like they opened up more stuff on the inside for us, and just Bruce's knowledge and just Benson's knowledge, just their work ethic and how they carry themselves. And I try to just like see how they do everything and just how long, they've been in the league a long time, so I try to just watch what they do, and their leadership is great, and just how that what they bring to the table, their ruggedness, and just the things they talk about. I like being in the same room with them. I'm glad they added them this year. It's really fun.
Brady?
Hey, LJ, we've heard a few times that I think, and you may have said it yourself too, that you're in better shape this year than last year. And I'm wondering, what was the difference in terms of your off-season training, and how do you feel like it's making a difference now?
Just last year, just coming out of college and stuff like that. It was just some things I didn't know about how the offseason worked in the NFL. Just from in college, we're working out all the time with the team and things like that, and we didn't do that last year and stuff like that. And I just kind of really had to find myself in the offseason, me a great plan, and just how to watch what I eat and stuff like that, and really just keep myself busy, working out more than once in the day and things like that. And yes, I am in better shape than I was last year. I'm lighter. I feel better. Last year I was, I got hurt early on, and then, I'm going all these lingering injuries, and I just felt sore all the time. This year I don't feel that way. I feel good going into practice. I can focus in. I know more, and I feel smarter and everything like that. And all I can try to do is week by week, man, add on to my game and play hard. That's what, and give it my all every week. That's all I can really give.
And what's the weight difference? What were you last year, and what do you weigh now?
Oh, man, I was at least 283, 284 last year in that range. And this year I'm at least 275, around in that range, back to what my college weight was.
Got it. Thanks.
No problem.
Michael Sean.
Hey, LJ, did you have a name on your helmet decal or anything for week one?
Nah, I didn't. They didn't ask me to do that, but I definitely would have done it because I'm a firm believer in that. But I'm gonna try to get it switched over this week because they didn't ask me, and I'm gonna ask them if they can put one of the names on the back of my name. Cause I'm a big, firm believer in what's going on in Black Lives Matter and what's going on right now, and I want to, all those people's voices to be heard, and however I can silently or actively just say anything in that or do whatever I need to do, I'm definitely willing to do it.
If you had a name to pick for this week, which name would it be? Or what message? I guess it doesn't have to be a name.
Uh, Really just like, what more do we have to do? It's just straight up. I really just probably put Breonna Taylor's name on my name on the back of it because that's the one out there. Or George Floyd. There's just two that are really out there that really still strike with me and everything like that. And really just because like I feel like they need to be heard. They need to have their day in court rather than just be hushed and pushed to the side and told that they don't matter.
Thanks, LJ.
Bob.
Yeah, LJ, in your position at defensive end and all that, what's your biggest responsibility and sort of the biggest challenge in facing Cam Newton in an offense like this week?
Stopping the run, man. We make them stop the run and bring them out of their comfort zone and make them throw the ball, and that's where we know we got him because Cam's a big running quarterback. We take him out of his comfort zone, make him drop back and throw the ball, and I feel like we have him.
Joe.
LJ, just curious, going to camp and then coming out of camp, just how important it was for your psyche just to know that you had to earn your starting job and then to go in and perform well in camp, and to, again, not be given that job, but to have earned it going into week one. Does that help your confidence?
Man, it helps it a lot, man, because, being a first-round pick, people think a lot of things are given to you, but I don't carry myself that way, especially after a guy who got hurt last year and didn't produce much, and people were all like, well, did you feel the need of this and that? Like, nah, man. It's a straight fact. It's football at the end of the day, and the best man will be out there at the end of the day. You come in, you compete, and you do what you have to do, and that's what I did. I came in, I was all that first-round pick stuff, what everybody has to say, I put that off to the side, and I came in trying to play football, man. That's it. Just trying to earn me a starting spot just like everybody else.
Greg.
LJ, what kind of opportunity is this for you right now? Rasheem's hurt. Daryl Taylor, who knows when he's going to practice. what kind of opportunity is this to solidify your place right now?
I mean, I'm really want to be on the rush group, so I feel like I'm gonna get a few ops there, and I'm gonna show what I got. I feel like I haven't showed much in my pass rush, and therefore I feel like it opened up a door for me to go there and get some good rushes in this week, and hopefully get my first sack.
And they're still using you inside. They were using you outside and inside, and then in training camp you did a lot of inside work, D tackle work.
Still going back and forth, mainly D tackle. That's where I'm getting most of my ops at, and I'm enjoying it. So yeah.
How foreign is that, or how similar to TCU's used to do?
I did most of my work outside of TCU, so, but all me, I'm adaptable. I played a whole season inside of TCU, so anything like that. I'm getting back used to it, so it's fun. I'd rather be that way because I feel like playing inside helps you on the outside. Everything's more tight in there.
Jackie?
Hey, LJ, going back to Cam, what stands out to you the most when you look at his film?
Man, just he's a very powerful guy, man. He's a smart player. We say, like earlier I said, we want to make him throw the ball. He can still be deadly, and we want to get him off spots and things like that. He's a hell of a runner. He's a good football player all around. He's talented. He's tough, and at the end of the day, he's a competitor. You have to know who you're playing in, your component. You have to give respect where it's due, and we got a lot of respect for this guy. He's a former MVP. We know what he can do, and we're going to key in on it. We're going to get him out of his comfort zone.
Thank you.
Art?
LJ, for as long as you've been around football, the Patriots have been a preeminent NFL franchise. What lingers in your mind? What's most impressive about what they've done?
Just as they kept this track record off, man. They're a nice, tight-knit organization, man. They've been in the position they're in for a reason. Bill Belichick is a hell of a coach, and just everything they bring to the table, it's like, you know what you're going to get. They're not going to change anything up. They're going to hit you in the mouth, and, they're going to come right at you. They're going to say, here's our game plan. Can you stop it?
Masvita?
Yeah. Hey, LJ, just wondering if you could expand on this. You talked about how much joy you're having. You've lost weight. The injuries are behind you. And just how much, it's a joy for you now to concentrate on your craft without having to think too much.
Man, it's really fun because last year I felt like I was all over the place. This year I can own in and focus on stuff I need to. I know what's going on, and I know I need to focus on my rushes and my pass rush and things like that, and where I need to be. So it's been a big year for me and stuff like that. So it takes a lot of strain off you, man, just to be able to focus on one thing.
Brady, you had a follow-up?
Yeah, I was going to ask, LJ, we've talked to you before about growing up in a small town in Texas, but I don't think we've asked you what it was like growing up as a black man in the small town. What was that like, and how tuned in have you been to whatever conversations are going on there now about racial injustice and whatnot?
I mean, growing up, most of the black people in town were kin to me. And, we were only known for really sports and stuff like that. And some things were like, even now I see it on Facebook, they don't take it seriously. They don't take the Black Lives Matter stuff seriously out there. They don't take the shooting seriously. People sit up there and they say, and they don't think it's a real thing. And I just see it all the time. And just for me to see how my hometown and things like that and people around the area handling it, man, it's really sickening. Not everybody there, but, small towns, being black and stuff like that, people don't see you for one thing but playing sports. And for me, I hope that I can be a voice for people of color in small towns who aren't in the cities where most of the stuff is being seen, that, man, like, I hear you, I'm with you, and yes, like, you do matter. Despite what the older white people are saying in the town, you do matter. And things like that. And it was definitely different growing up in a small town, the stereotypical stuff, I remember growing up at one point, like, some people wouldn't let me in their house because I was black. It was things like that. Not everybody in the town is that way, and there's a lot of closet racists. So you got to deal with those things. You got to live and you learn.
And you said you see comments suggesting that people aren't taking it seriously. Are you talking about white people or just people in general in Mundy?
Oh, yeah, white people. Like, people that I've known my whole life just talking about, well, if he would have did this and that, he wouldn't have got shot. And just saying really harsh things, and then talking about they're boycotting the NFL because of what we're doing and how we have a voice in it and stuff like that. It's really sickening and hurtful to see because I play in the NFL, and people that will turn around, support me, and then talk about F Black Lives Matter and then, like, the police shootings and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to see. But that's just the world we live in nowadays.
Thank you.
Thank you, LJ.
Thanks, LJ.